Hi guys, Kaiser here, and welcome to Ancient Wars Medieval Crusades. Ancient Wars Medieval Crusades is a real-time strategy game that is currently being developed. In fact, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner that the game is in version 0.2 right now, so it's not very far in its development process. However, the game has released into early access. The developer, Jodosoft Studios, wants to share the progress made on the game so far and encourage people to support the work and witness or even help shape the future of the game. Now, I have to give a shout out to the lead developer, Jodo the Conqueror, who was kind enough to provide me a copy to showcase here on the channel. If I'm not mistaken, this game is largely a one-man operation, or at least a very small team, and I always appreciate these kind of indie projects. So let's go ahead and dive into today's video. And one thing I've got to say as I set us up here is, I think one of the highlights of the game so far is in the presentation surrounding the menu, for example, or the opening cutscene. They're really cool, and it does get you in a mood as you boot up this game to play on Libyan lands. It's going to be the map we play on here. 2 players. Now there are 5 civilizations available to us: the Arabians, the Byzantines, the Crusaders, the Mongolians, and the Russians. And seeing as I just featured Outremer on the channel, talking about how a Crusader state civilization might look in Age of Empires 2, it seems appropriate to me that we go ahead and select the Crusaders as our civilization to showcase the game. We will go up against an easy opponent, playing as... we'll go with the Byzantine. We'll go with the Arabians, the classic matchup, right? Crusade versus Jihad. That should be fun. Entering the Libyan border, we find these inhospitable lands, in which you will have to analyze your movements to overthrow the enemies. Press any key when ready, and we are ready, so let's go ahead and boot in. We start off with a fortress, kind of like a town center. And I'm going to queue up a couple of henchmen, which are our villagers.
Maybe you'll reduce our taxes? Yes.
They can construct 3 different kinds of buildings. We've got economic buildings, war buildings, and then what they call special buildings, which are really more things like siege weapons or large warships. I'm going to start by constructing a mine.
Work again.
By no means do I know the meta of this game at all, but I can definitely showcase it and show it off. So we've got to find these gold deposits on the map, build a mine on them. And the mine will automatically trickle gold in. We'll actually see the henchmen carrying the gold to the fortress.
Complete, yes. What does my master desire?
Alright, let's see. You'll see a host of options here. I'll build a farm. Why not?
I can't go faster. My feet are aching.
I want more henchmen working on wood.
Oh Lord,
and the farm is basically like a house. I mean, it improves our population limits, and it also trickles in gold, which is nice.
Oh Lord, what do you want now?
The presentation, you can hear in the voice acting, as we go through the game, it's very kind of Warcraft-like. It's sort of a silly, tongue-in-cheek
yes, I know no rest.
Sort of presentation.
Oh Lord,
we'll build a garrison now that'll let us train some of our base military units. But yeah, it's got a very kind of a fun, lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek sort of approach. I would not look at least the current presentation of Ancient Wars Medieval Crusades as this historically rigorous strategy game by any means. But it is sort of more of a fun, lighthearted approach to the history of the time. There. It's kind of fun to watch the building get constructed and the scaffolding going up and down.
Construction complete. Maybe you'll reduce our taxes?
Let's see. We're going to build a forge now. And this may be the key exciting element of the game is the forge. And the reason why is because in this game, unlike in most strategy games where you pick a civilization and you just have a roster of units available to you right out of the gate, you need to actually construct your own sort of warrior archetypes. You get to design your own units, in other words. So, for example,
Construction complete.
I could name this guy Heroic Templar, or we'll just call him Basic Templar, right? And I'll equip him with kind of a level 1 bastard sword or crossbow. I'd give him that too if I preferred. Give him the sword, give him the tear-shaped shield, and come over here and say finish equipping. And now I have my unit, the Basic Templar, available for training.
What does my master desire?
Meanwhile, over here in the forge, I can unlock new weapon types.
Quiet.
So, let's say that I've got a ranged weapon. Alright. I can research the crossbow windlass, which is, I would say, kind of maybe a better version of the crossbow. Right? But in order to do that research, I've got to research tempered steel level 3. So,
Pagans are close.
back up. All of these things, I'm going to need to upgrade the forge itself. So let's research tempered steel level 1. That will unlock
Maybe
more
you'll
weapons
reduce our taxes?
for me to unlock. They'll unlock more technologies that I can then research to unlock more weapon types.
Dear Lord, protect me.
The pagans attacked our brothers.
Here we go. We're in our first battle. Getting into conflict early here,
When do we
just to
fight?
show off some conflict. And it doesn't look like they have a lot of army up yet, so
Lord, help me. When do we fight?
there we go. Hey, get into the fight there.
I wish I could steal something.
Shit, wish I could steal something. Silly.
When do we fight?
Now, while my units fight up there, I do want to showcase that you also get access to a host of hero units. I have Godfrey of Bouillon, Hermann von Salza, Walter von Geroldsek. Who's this guy? Friedrich Barbarossa. Oh, gotta get him. Veteran Knights training and Knights Templar mobilization. These sort of unlock more base unit types that we can use at the garrison. I think that I could use some crossbowmen to support my other units. So we're going to call this guy Hospitaler Crossbow. That won't work. We'll call him Crossbow Dude. And we'll save it. I can now construct a... I've researched the partisan ox tongue. So I'll give that to my unit, and he should be now on a horse. Very good. And we will save this guy as horseman. Save unit. And we'll train some of them. Now, after we destroy this barracks, I'm going to go ahead and back up. I don't want the match to end. I want to be able to showcase a little bit more of the game to you. But I feel like I've sufficiently hampered the AI that they're not going to run amok while I showcase. Yeah, somebody's talking about Russian troops. I get the feeling that a couple of lines, voice lines,
Construction complete.
are in the game right now that maybe don't actually fit.
Maybe you'll reduce our taxes?
There we go. The music has changed now,
When
which
do
I
we fight?
appreciate.
Yes, I obey.
I found that one song playing throughout that whole combat section was a little annoying.
Yes.
All
Maybe
the way
you'll
across.
reduce our taxes?
No, I'm not reducing your taxes. That's not happening.
So, where are these infamous Russian troops? Scattered?
Yeah, these Russian troops. You're in the wrong place, my man. If you're looking for Russian troops, don't be in Lebanon. That does not make any sense.
Dear Lord, protect me.
Here in the cathedral, I can research a cleric, kind of like a monk in AoE 2. He can heal. I can also... Who is this? Templar Guardian. An elite knight of the Templar Order capable of intimidating his enemies and morally supporting allied soldiers. But I have to start the Crusades in order for that to
Research
happen.
complete.
I believe that's a technology, which is funny because you're already playing as the Crusaders, but hey. do we have here? What are these? Standard bearer carries the banner of the Crusaders onto the battlefield, boosting the morale of your troops and intimidating the enemy. Spy. Okay. You know what I don't see in this civilization? I don't see Turcopoles. That's what I should... I should make a guy called a Turcopole. Can I give him a claymore on a horse? Probably not. No, that doesn't make any sense. But that's what I should have named the horseman, as a Turcopole.
Research complete.
Oh, here we go. Technologies. Infiltration techniques. Alright, so that, I think that lets me research a spy, right? Yeah. Banner of the Crusades. Okay. Blessings of weapons. Blessing of weapons. Okay. I'm guessing that makes my units stronger or something like that. Fatigue. Cleric learns the fatigue skill. Starts Crusade. Unlocks the recruitment of the Templar Guardian. Alright, sounds good. Makes sense.
Anyone who retreats is a traitor.
Alright, so
Attack
we're
my
re-engaging.
Let's smash the enemy.
Destroying an enemy barracks here. Actually, he's going to go for 2 barracks. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, I've built right near his base a castle, letting me train some powerful units, including
The
members of the
pagans
Teutonic
attacked our
Order,
brothers.
as well as the Richard the Lionheart hero. War dogs, I don't need. Dog training, Teutonic steel, Teutonic Germanic forge. What does that say? Oh, go back. Teutonic Germanic forge. Those are 3 adjectives. That must mean forge. Teutonic Germanic forging. That would make sense.
The Lord Crusades. Construction complete.
And here I've built the Feudal Lord's Village, which I believe is a... You can only build one of these. And it empowers units near the village. So, right now, allied soldiers within 15 meters can have a better chance of critically hitting, which is pretty cool. Can I actually change that? Homage. Vassals of your kingdom pay tribute from time to time to your state offers. Ah, look at the fire go. Yeah, so we've definitely caught the AI on the back foot. We're not going to get a big threat from them, but what I will do, I will make sure to post one big battle so you guys can see units clashing into each other. I know you guys are looking forward to that. Now, this is pretty interesting. One thing you can do is not only research your own weapons, but you can also use weapons that you find on the battlefield from your foes. So, for example, I can create a new unit that is equipped with a scimitar I picked up from an enemy. Or I can switch over to the simple Arab bow, and I can call this guy Arab bow user or something like that, right? And save. And I can train only 2 of them because I only picked up 2 Arab bows on the battlefield.
I wish I could steal something.
There we go.
Yes, I obey. Protect our armor.
Add them into the group. And of course I also had the scimitar that was available as well. But that option's no longer available to me. Scimitar. We'll pick that. Save. And train one of him too, because why not?
The Lord will show us the way.
Here we go. We can move in now. Not that we needed the trebuchet to bring down
The enemies of
this
the
fortress,
Lord
this
will
palace.
die.
Oh, come on. Why can I not select the building, right?
Trebuchet!
Well, that's the silliest thing. The trebuchet is clearly doing its work, chipping away at units, anti-unit element. But it does almost seem as if it's not attacking a building, which is really funny.
My ancestors await me in heaven.
Also hard to tell whether or not... That poor guy. That's funny. I'm assuming that
Take this!
you cannot target structures with the trebuchet. And you can almost tell by looking at the weapon it's firing that it's more of a scatter shot than a big giant boulder. That's weird. I think that maybe they need to switch around how that trebuchet works, because I definitely expect to be able to throw a giant
Lord,
boulder
give me patience.
into enemy walls and buildings and to bring them down that way.
Quiet. The
I
pagans
do
are
the bidding
loose.
of the Pope.
And there it is. We just won that battle. So before we move on from here, I figure you guys want to see one big battle between different units. So here we go. We're going to cut straight to a big clash. Okay, so here we are. It's time for our big battle. I have gathered together and designed an army. So I have several Teutonic Knights joining us here. A couple of Claymores, and I think it's a War Axe right there that I built for those guys. A handful of... It says crossbowmen. I think that's obviously a typo. These guys are called Claymores for obvious reasons. But I also have a couple of guys
My
wielding
ancestors
maces,
await me in heaven.
which, if I'm understanding the tooltip right, makes them pretty good against cavalry. Got some crossbows in the back, some guys on horseback, some knights, and then over here, a couple of war dogs. And we're gonna march into the enemy base and prepare for battle.
Our choice is made. You have shown me the way.
Here we go.
That is the will of the Lord.
Shake. He's not gonna be around for long. He
The
goes
pagans
down.
attacked our brothers.
Oh, what is that artillery there? He's got a bomb thrower.
Bring iron and blood to the
Did he just destroy? No. There's.
The pagans attacked our hero.
iron and blood to the
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this is medium difficulty AI. I allowed them to just build up, and clearly they've taken advantage of that opportunity. Oh man, what do we have here? We got Bedouins, Sheiks. Is that
Our hero is dead. The
that guy
Lord
just
will
got
punish the
converted?
reprobates.
Yeah, Teutonic Order Knight working for the enemy. Ah, unbelievable, and we just got destroyed. Let's see. That looks like archers to me. Options, slave archers. Yeah, and now the counterattack begins. I think it's safe to say that my force just got wiped out by the bomb throwers.
Oh Lord,
Here
give
we
me
go.
patience. My ancestors await me in heaven.
These bomb throwers, they're pretty effective. If you can get siege up, yeah. So I think that's going to cover it for this little playthrough showcase of Ancient Wars Medieval Crusades. Let's go ahead and concede. And whether you win or lose, you just come to a little map like this showing you the economy score, the army score, hero score. You can go over different technologies researched, weapons collected, research undertaken. Yeah. Nice. So this was Ancient Wars Medieval Crusades. Overall, there's a part of me that is really nostalgic. This conjures an element of nostalgia for me in that it reminds me of back when RTS games were really popular, maybe in the early 2000s, and there were a lot of indie developers trying their hands at this genre and these kind of games. I think that there are obviously some parts to the game that are rough around the edges. Again, this is in version 0.2, right? So there's a lot of room for this to grow and to become something more, something bigger, something better. I think that definitely this is a game that's much more kind of a tongue-in-cheek, fun, silly sort of presentation. If you're looking for a game that is more, I'll say, authentic or historically rigorous, probably you want a different game. But this one was a lot of fun to play around with. I like the RPG element of researching the different technologies and being able to create your own units and being able to loot off weapons from other soldiers. Or something else I didn't even really mention is there are certain elite weapons that you have to build yourself individually. It's not just a technology, but you need to craft these particular weapons that go to soldiers, and then you have elite troops. It's a pretty interesting concept, and I think it could make for some really fun real-time strategy gameplay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the showcase. If you did, leave a like, let me know in the comments below, consider subscribing to the channel, If you want to see more of Ancient Wars, or just maybe featuring other sort of indie RTS games, or whatever you want to see next, let me know in the comments below. For now, guys, this is the Iron Kaiser, signing off. Have a great one out there.